let's get out of here. And try not to think too much about the idea of imminent betrayal. Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal. Shit. I don't want to think about that. Volfred says there's a powerful talisman. And you say that there is... You just want to. Okay. As the wagon soars across the skies above Wakingwood, you notice Volfred appears lost in thought. You cannot sense straight away what he is thinking. Do not mind me, reader. It is simply that being here in this vicinity, it brings back a lot of memories and gives me much to ponder. I hid within those woods for many, many years, making preparations for our plan. I cast aside my raiments and became untraceable. There I waited for the plan to germinate, so it means a lot now to be here, above the place at last. Quite the view, wouldn't you say, my boy? Two options here. Powerful talismans are interesting, but I'm also curious what's going on here. Why do you have an interest in going here, exactly? I'm curious. Also, I don't usually go to Gilman's route. I think. Missing drive imps. There. Volfred appears to have finished sealing some sort of document. He smiles as he approaches you. Welcome, my boy. Was just on my way to make a drop. Report a bit of progress our supporters on the other side should like to know. It is not clear to you as yet exactly how Volfred is able to communicate with agents in the Commonwealth. We have our ways of making certain that such messages manage to make their way to whom they need to reach. Most of the time, at least. Not exactly the most dignified of methods, but the messenger imp is as hardworking as the rest of us, or dare I say, more so. Right, that exact character from before. The one that just looks tortured. He's one of Volfred's couriers, tasked with delivering news to and from the Commonwealth. Most imps lack the capacity to do that job. They, of course, cannot traverse the outer boundaries of the downside, but they can squeeze much closer than any of us. Volfred offers to tell you more of this process. It seems that he has been using certain imps to relay messages to the agents of the Commonwealth for some time now. From that point, we depend on certain other means. A trafficker like Ruki would likely be familiar with them. Then my agents intercept the messages as they arrive. The messages are coded in the off chance that they reveal themselves before unwanted eyes, but even still, my agents put themselves in great peril, supporting our cause and our plan. I could not ask for a more dedicated bunch. A shame we cannot meet them, separated as we are. If we succeed in our endeavors, it shall be thanks to in no small part to them. They have identified hundreds of citizens grown loyal to our cause. Found hidden corners where they can speak freely. Their goal is to grow in numbers while remaining safe. For we cannot resist the Commonwealth if too few citizens stand with us. Whether due to apathy, or fear, or lack of willingness to see our nation as we do. Some of these agents I have known for many, many years, since long before my exile. Many were former students from my days of teaching Commonwealth doctrine. It was clear then who among us did not take the common view. These days, I report to them our progress, and they in turn report theirs back. From that assessment, I update the estimation of our plan's success, which is still at 46. Our chances of success increase substantially each time we liberate one of our own, but those loyal to us in the Commonwealth slowly gather strength regardless, knowing of our efforts. Thus do we inspire each other, not unlike the dynamics which I see among the Nightwings here. Now, good afternoon then, reader. I have a delivery to make. He strides out the wagon, bearing the sealed message. But there's also missing imps around here. Not the same thing as the messenger imp, though. Your intentions to explore the thick underbrush of Needle Field were dashed when, on your arrival, several of the wagon's strong-willed drive imps escaped. Fortunately, their disposition towards mischief proves predictable enough, and soon all the imps are once again accounted for. However, Sir Gilman also has a nasty bite to show for it. So shameful that this knight let down his guard again. You dressed the minor wound, which ought to heal soon, but the incident took much of your remaining time this day, and left both you and Sir Gilman awaiting its merciful conclusion. Oh, great. Thanks, Organ Trail. -2 quickness on Sir Gilman. Wish him a swift recovery. Great. That's what I get for just playing along with some interest of these characters. Great, 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 great. Let's go. The Glade of Lou. Great, -2 quickness in this showdown too. The wagon comes to a sudden stop after a near miss with someone or something that got right in its path. At first you see no sign of whomever or whatever it was, but then a voice rings out from off the side of your path. The friendly yet somehow aggravating tone leaves little room for to question as to who it is. Hey, guys. So maybe watch where you're going a bit more next time, I guess. You must have scared Dad half to death. I mean, just look at him. But it's good running into you like this, because I got for you a really special deal. We got some pretty out there stuff on hand, and it's been slowing us a bit, to be completely honest here. Something about him, I don't know. But Dad just hasn't been himself. Once we open shop, why, these little numbers, they're gonna go flying off the shelves. And you get to have first dibs. All you gotta do is give us a lift, cause you're headed to the Glade of Lou, right? Just drop us off when you get there, okay? The Black Wagon does not provide for you the most spacious accommodations, but it may have room enough for Falcon Ron, barely, at least for the short remainder of your trip. On the other hand, you sense a troubling energy from whatever strange artifact he is transporting right now and wonder whether you should get involved. Oh. Oh, dare I take the risk? Listen, he's been good to us so far, right? Kind of, maybe. By good to us, I mean he sells us stuff at probably the same price he sells everyone else too, but says it's for a discount. The Select Market proprietor seems in need of some assistance that you may as well provide. Though your fellow exiles exchange cautious looks, you invite Falcon Ron to climb aboard. Oh, great. Thanks, guys. I'll just squeeze right in then. He does not. Dad, come on. Put your back into it already. Eventually, Falcon Ron manages to get on board as you prepare to get set forth again. Falcon Ron joins you. Welcome aboard for now. Just he's still making the sounds he makes. Uh-oh. After what felt like an interminable trip, during which Falcon Ron did not even once cease to speak of matters relevant only to him, you reach your destination. Anyway, thanks guys, and remember what I said, these thingers I got here, you got dibs on them if you come visit me and Dad, that is, now, we'll be going, so be seeing you, okay? Whether from Falcon Ron's ceaseless drivel or an ill effects of the cargo, everyone is left feeling out of sorts. What? Holy shit. That is a big punishment. -5 glory for the entire party. Oh. Dude. Also, he's like, see you later, but he's actually like right here. So it's like, oh, you're on the same way? Confusing. Sir Gilman is training intently when you approach, which he better be because he's got a -2 to quickness and a -5 to glory right now, so... Master Reader, this knight is so engulfed in memories of the Sea Dominion that he failed to detect your stealthy advance on his position. Splendidly done. This knight would have been vanquished by you easily. This knight is fortunate to have you as an ally rather than a mortal foe. His kind routinely clambers from the depths of the sea domain to seek greater glory and perhaps a slightly longer life expectancy within your commonwealth. Such an honor it would be to be assigned the rank of knight and be conscripted into the front lines of the commonwealth against their vicious winged enemies. In the sea domain, it is our ultimate goal to fight our way to the surface, past our brethren, past the razor reefs, the strangle kelp, the snaggle fins, and that prey upon our kind. Sir Gilman continues listing undersea dangers and terrors for some time. Past the blood sniffers, the electric scallops, the rogue worms of the frigid current, the paralyzing nets of the far fishes, and even past the scalding waters of the glowing trench. Finally, he trails off. Yet, even despite the myriad challenges of living in the sea domain, in each would-be Worm Knight's duty to abandon that place as his or her soonest convenience, how humorous it was to learn that life within your commonwealth had quite a bit in common with our existence under sea. 'Twas not all pomp and glory as the stories told. Perhaps it is our lot as Worm Knights to bring strife with us, wherever we go, for even here, it seems, is our kind pitted both against our brethren and all others. He remained silent for a while, but then... Ah, well, it is fortunate that this knight found within this place of so fine company as yours. It is a most different change of pace to strive toward a common purpose rather than strive constantly to outperform each other toward one's own self-gain. Although, to the extent we are competing still, this knight shall ever strive to take the lead. Make no mistake about that, Master Reader. This knight was born to be the best, just like all the billions like him. Now he is off to steal himself. Your pardon, Master Reader. He scoots off somewhere to continue with his self-made training regimen. Oh, +1 quickness. That's almost as good as... No, it's not. He still has a negative. Oh. He's still in the negatives. That's brutal. Hey guys, thanks again for helping me and Dad back there. We really owe you one. And so, as promised, I got something really good in stock for you right here. He pauses for dramatic effect, then he reveals you several artifacts: Black Hoof, Black Heart, and Black Claw. Cursed Talisman. The bear has 100% more stamina than usual, but cannot grasp the orb. One of 3 scattered remnants of a thrice cursed demon who roamed the downside in a state of madness. Black Heart, after getting banished, bearer either returns with infinite stamina or as a fast-moving howler. I've avoided the howler mechanic entirely, and as a result I actually don't really know how good or bad howlers usually are, but I assume not great if it's being threatened. They probably just don't have abilities, frankly. Black Claw, the bearer's aura remains while grasping the orb, but cannot be cast. Ooh. Cannot be used by worms, harps, or crones. It'd make harps like overpowered because they when they cast actually, they'd just be weird, because they have weird alternate auras, so they'd be weird. It has to be in regular ones. Huh. It'd be interesting for a sap, because I think a sap has like a gargantuan aura. So having it always be active no matter what would be interesting. Could be interesting. Having a giant defensive ball around you while having the orb. Could be good for Jodariel. That could be interesting. Having a giant character running around that still has an aura defense around them that has a huge presence. They emanate with energy that cannot possibly be completely healthy. Nice, huh? You guys, you got first dibs on these bad boys, and I can tell you what, they're gonna go fast. Are they gonna go fast? I've never seen you sell anything ever. Oh, they're like cheap. I feel like not being able to grasp the orb is like brutal. And I don't know if I'd ever want to use that one, but I could use a Black Claw. Does it have a bad thing that happens if I'm using it? I don't know. I'm gonna grab it. Ah, great, you guys. I knew you were discerning customers. Now, enjoy that one, okay? And remember, I still got the others too. You can buy them if you want. Although these ones, they're really popular, so no refunds on these guys, you understand? But they are real good, so there's no chance you're gonna want to pawn them off. Why do I feel like I just got trapped? Did I just get trapped? Also, I can't sell off Trieste's plume because the character didn't get freed, so I don't actually have a big income coming at me this time around. I could consider whether or not I just want to sell some of these off, but I'm so bad at selling things that are unique items, even if I never use them for the entire game. It's a weakness I have, generally. You guys have a good day out there. That could be a really good item for Jadariel. With a presence of 23. Does anyone beat that? It might be the sap. Nope, Volford is 21. Volford might have upgrades that give him more. I should look at his upgrades, see if they make his character more interesting. What? I don't get to see him. I can't see his skill tree. I can see other people's skill trees, right? Yeah. So until he levels up, I can't even see what it is. But she has presence of 23. It's a big old danger bubble around her, so like having her do bonus damage could be interesting. There's the Fang. And there's the Flame. Making sure they don't get lost in the shuffle. Just centering these two is my favorite items. Okay. Beartrude is a badass, and I love her, and it's a bummer that I didn't have her for like the first big old chunk of the game. I was gonna say half, then I'm like, I have no idea how far in the game we are. That's kind of the essence of it. There's a... On one hand, it's like, it's a weird structure to not have any idea how far you are, but on the other hand, like, that's part of the uncertainty that plays into the story, is like, you don't know who's gonna get to go free or not, because you don't even know how many more times people get to go free yet. Everything is set for the rite to commence, and all is quiet amid the razor brambles at the Glade of Lu. All there is left to do is wait for nightfall to set it. You observe Sir Gilman sliding back and forth, back and forth. You sense something is weighing on his mind. This night is not a night at all. This knight betrayed his former commander, abandoned his brethren in the sea domain. But what is knighthood even? What is knighthood if it means having to follow such a craven as the Sir Deluge? Cease this nonsense, Gilman. Focus on the right, focus on the right, focus on the right. He notices you finally. Oh, Master Reader. The knight did not see you there just now, again, which is what I usually say every single time I talk to you. Such was his preoccupation with the task at hand, which is also what I always say. Know that this knight stands prepared. He has no misgivings whatsoever when it comes to battling his ex-triumvirate. Please consider letting this knight participate, for he has honor to restore. Then a glimmering within the sky draws your and his attention. There it is again. Your adversaries shall each deal an additional 5 to your Pyre. Total bonus if you prevail, 0 plus 0% enlightenment. Why is it saying total bonus if you prevail plus 0? What's going on there? Weird. I think that bonus is supposed to show up. I think that line's only supposed to show up after I click on one of them, and that's why it's at 0 right now, is because it's not actually activated yet. Just a weird thing. B.L. Thanius, star of the Hive Titan, once vanquished by the scribe Jomuar Manymane. Got crushed by a big old boulder.
Reader, or should I say deceiver, for I detect another exile in your ranks. The exile Volfred Sandalwood himself, that cursed sap. I ought to have known he was behind all this. He has no love for our sacred tradition, yet you would heed his poisoned words over mine own? I thought that we were friends. Then fine. Let us return to a more formal distance.
Look at him slowly developing more and more like a character as opposed to someone who just announces over and over again. It's getting all personal. Gilman, still not abandoned by your friends like all your other duties and responsibilities. Sir Deluge wrestles with his mask for a time. This knight is most surprised that you have the courage to even show yourself. You speak of courage, Sir Deluge, but this knight has little else to say to the likes of you. That figures, Gilman. You're no knight at all. You're a teensy minnow swimming in the sea of minnows many times your size, and with much more honor, too. Then something comes over Sir Gilman. But just as soon it fades, Sir Gilman slinks away. Disgraceful! You Nightwings, you are stupid to have taken that one in. And you are no good at the rites. And another thing... we do not fear you. Really? Scoreboard right now is 0-1. Reader, my boy, let's confer a moment here. I already made a point to practice you, it's fine. Oh, okay. I am returned now to the Rite, a tradition that I had once disavowed. And now that I have donned the raiments, the voice knows I am here. It is no matter, really, for our plan is well in motion. All that remains for us is to prevail. I shall aid you and the others in this task as best I can. Let us see now whether these old limbs of mine are still of any use. So they didn't.
There he is at last, alive and well. I know that you can hear me, Sandalwood. You're causing quite a stir out in the Commonwealth. You plant your little seeds of discontent. Know that your designs at sowing chaos shall not be tolerated here. Now, good evening to you.
Didn't want to outdo the dialogue. So it looks like they didn't think to have this stuff... it makes sense. I was thinking maybe they didn't think to have this tutorial stuff play out if you did a trial, which is the most logical thing to do when you get a new character, but it's because they want to have new dialogue show out during an actual rite. The rites themselves seem to dislike this character. Now then, Nightwings, I look forward to conducting with you all, if and when, of course, the reader calls for us to stand as a triumvirate together. Yeah, I'm not gonna use you on a liberation rite, or not on a. Oh, this isn't a liberation rite. It's just semi-important because we're in the middle of dealing with this dude, and I don't want to ruin it on you. If the bearer is banished, the ensuing blast can banish adversaries in a radius of 375, whatever that is. Damn. He's really high level for a character that sucks. He has a bigger slash. If he banishes somebody, an ally comes back. After using slash, he instantly recovers all his stamina. Everyone has the same upgrades. You have +4 quickness. This guy has nothing.
Decide.
So I also have. Yeah, if I defeat somebody, then my allies come back, which is really good. And if everybody's banished, I come back immediately, which is also neat, although I squandered a lot. And then if everyone's... he uses faster and has infinite stamina temporarily when all of his allies are gone. Decent setup. Yeah, I'm probably going to do Bertrude, Gilman, who else would I do? Not Volfred. Maybe Faye. Or Jodariel to test out the new trick she has. If I wanted to go that way. A little bit mixed. Okay. Let's see. Well, what I do know is I'm probably using Gilman. I know Bertrude's going in and they're gonna use that trinket, so let's just send them in. Because Bertrude's badass. Okay. It's weird that I even have to open the menu, frankly. I guess the idea is that if I clicked on this thing to switch it out, then it would immediately open up anyway. They always default to the +8.
Sir Gilman.
Yeah, and then it's either Jodariel or Fae. I kind of want to play with the new toy. Could be a little interesting because these are weird enemies that can only attack by going back to where they came from, which has really weird properties where like it'd be they don't have the ability to cast at me, so having a giant bubble around me could be super effective. So maybe I'll try Jodariel. Give this a shot. This is gonna be a weird team. This knight shall not bend to you again, Sir Deluge, ever. Come then, Nightwings. Show this knight how you defend the honor of that miserable minnow whom you harbor. On guard. Just not particularly nice.
Commence.
Hey there, come back.
Banished each in turn.
Oh, I should not have used the go through barriers thing because there's no. Oop. Hello. Oh, that was confusing. Okay. Whoop. Got it.
Path to glory laid bare.
I should not have used the go through barriers thing with Beartooth because there are no barriers to go through. Oh, no, there they are. They're starting to show up now.
Now, Sir Deluge.
That's not good. Oh no. Right, I'm falling for the part where he explodes. That's what I keep falling for.
Positively British.
That's... oh shit.
There it is.
Shit. They suicided is the problem. Which one of them is even... how do I even tell which one's... that's that one.
There.
There we go.
We are not the purified
Yeah, one of them explodes and kills everybody, which is kind of hard to pick out in this crowd. It's that one. That was the one. Shit! He has a super long range one. Whoa.
Your flames grow weak.
There he is again.
A rude predicament for the Pyre hearts.
Hello. 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 Whoop. Infinite stamina, bitches. Just make it quick and painless on this night because this looks like it's over for us pretty much.
That craven
Probably.
Deluge, doubtless using exile as a means of shirking military service.
That's confusing. Come back here. Crap. Oh, that's confusing. Did I get you? Got you. Oh. What? Okay. How did I miss that shot? Whoops. Oh no, I got stuck. Woohoo! That's bad for you. That's bad for you.
Now go on just once more.
Now that vow really screws with me. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? No!
That Sir Deluge did fling himself upon the flames.
I screw up a lot at playing as Gilman just because he crosses some wires about how characters control in this game. There we go.
And it is done.
Wow, it's weirdly easy to score as Beartooth.
Prevail again. They prove superior to their adversaries.
Get it.
The ceremony is complete.
Curse you, Gilman. You were a fool to abandon us.
and now you only twist the dagger in our backs. You still do not seem to understand, Sir Deluge. The knight is no longer beholden to the likes of you. This knight is bound only to the path towards enlightenment. Your words ring false. You are unfit to lead. Just shut up. You know exactly what you are, Gilman. You call this knight a craven, yet your courage is a mere facade. And everybody knows. Everybody knows. This knight shall see to it. Sir Gilman does not respond, although you sense the words of Sir Deluge got to him. He's basically blackmailing him. What a likable character. The wire that gets crossed a lot with Gilman is just that, like, every other character shoots a projectile out, but Gilman's attack is that he shoots himself back towards the direction of wherever he had started, wherever his current trail is ending, and it's so difficult to adjust to in the middle of a round when you're controlling other characters that don't work that way.
Until the next Rite.
It's something that we're like, I played as Gilman in a solo trial, and I was like, got it, this is easy. And then the moment I started mixing with teams, I'm like, I can't switch my brain back and forth, it doesn't work.